Hey guys, this is a general reading for my Virgos for March 2019. I'm going to look at what's coming forward in March and anything you can do to help the situation out, just to give you clarification and that sort of thing. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kristen. I'm a metaphysical healer and a psychic guide, and I love doing this for you, so thank you for letting me join you. If you are new and you would like a free mini reading, hit that subscribe button and put your name in the comments below, or send me an email and I will get you scheduled for a free mini reading. While I do the shuffling, I will go ahead and open the curtains to the mountain for healing energy and manifestation. I know a lot of folks are sick right now, and the flu's been going around and all this jazz, so please absorb that energy for healing. Allow that to come into your body and help push out all of the bad things and ground you and just bring in more healing energy for you, okay? Also very good if you are in the works of any kind of projects right now and you are trying to just manifest that energy will also produce some successful results for you there. Meditation is really important as well for bringing in your abundance and understanding everything that goes on in your life and just pure healing, okay? And meditation, even if it's just a couple of days, a couple minutes a day, and even if it's just once a week, okay, it's something, and it does help. All right, now I'm going to look at a couple different things. We're going to take a look at what's coming in, like I said, where you're at with it, kind of what the lesson is in the situation, the outcome, and I'm going to look at each week, okay? So you can kind of see what's coming in week to week there, as well as an advice card from the Lightworker Oracle. Wait, you can't see that. From the Lightworker Oracle. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close that out. That's what I was trying to show you with the Lightworker Oracle deck. All right. Now, I also wanted to throw out there, I have, if you're just have some blockages going on, you can't seem to release that negative energy or that sickness, or you maybe feel you have a blockage, get a hold of me and schedule a Reiki session. Right now I have a $25, it's a half-hour session. You do get a few activation cards, and it'll just kind of clear some of those blockages in the chakras and help forward movement. So if you're interested in that, let me know. In addition, I offer private readings. Right now I have I'm gonna push over my sale from February to March. It was $20 for a 40-minute reading. And I do get back to everybody within 24 to 48 hours on both the mini free readings and scheduled readings. I try to be quick with those. In addition, let's see. I also have guidance for crystal children, the long distance Reiki, and I wanted to just share my membership with you guys. So for $75, you can get a 3-month membership, and you get 2 daily oracle cards, 1 free reading for the month, a discounted rate of $40 for every reading after that, and for an hour. And then you also get a double discount if you have any referrals. So each session after that for each referral would be $20 for you. So if you are interested in that, if $75 is too steep for you, all at once, $30 a month also gets you the same amenities. So if you're interested in that, the information is down below. All right, guys, this is a general reading. It will not resonate with everybody, so take what fits and leave the rest. Here we go. So last couple of months, I have done a different type of a shuffle where I just almost did a poll for how you guys preferred it, and I'm really curious if you'll let me know if you prefer the random shuffle, them coming out, or if you know, last month I picked them off the top. So the poll is going to be hand tossed or pulled, but it didn't sound as good once I thought about it again. But it wants to come out. So I'm just curious if you guys have preferences on if they're pulled from the top of the deck all at once there, or if you like them when they kind of randomly fly out. We're going to switch it up. That wants to come out too. All right, so we're just going to pull cards for the situation at hand here. See if anything else wants to come out. All right. some choices going on, some transitions in your head a little bit. Maybe feeling some delay. My goodness. That's tense, guys. Actually, I had a little feeling of anxiety before I started this for you guys. I can see you've got lots of stuff in the air, really in introspection right now. Lots of choices. Maybe some things that are not moving forward as quickly as you would like. All right, let's take a look at the outcome of the situation. One more. Anything else we need to know? Alright. Damn, you guys. Oh, I'm feeling for you. Alright, my Virgos. Jeez, alright, so right now you are in a state of kind of caution. You have stepped back and taking yourself kind of out of the boat, and you're looking in and evaluating which direction you want to go. Okay, you're looking at what choices you have. I'm so sorry, excuse me. I myself am getting over a cold. And there is a delay in the movement of this. Okay, you're all you've taken a moment out of it to take a delay, and you're all caught up in your head about the situation, and you were in the middle of a transformation of what you're going to do. Wow. All right, I'm going to take a minute here and set these back down, and I want to try to read for as many of you as possible on what that is. So this is something happening that you needed to have happen so that you could kind of get to the next step. You needed to just separate yourself from the situation so that you could really see what it was all about. So if this is a job, I see that you were just you've really withdrawn yourself because you're really overwhelmed with all of the choice making, and when things start getting kind of chaotic, you tend to get restricted and kind of come back. You withdraw because you need a moment to really evaluate the information. Okay, what's real, what's not, what serves me, what does not. And this is an opportunity and a major transformation in your life. So it's very karmic and it's very necessary for your path. If this is a relationship, the same thing applies. Okay, it was too much. You were getting overwhelmed with everything that was going on. I see emotions were kind of going all over the place, and you weren't really sure what any of it meant, and not what any of it meant. You weren't sure what was genuine and what wasn't. I get the feeling like you were almost being told what you wanted to hear, but you didn't know. You weren't sure if it was really what they felt or believed, if it was their truth. I also see that for some of you, you've got some new things coming into you, into your world that you are going to. You're trying to deliberate if you want to go a totally different route with things, and so you've held on to everything that you had and you kind of kept it to yourself in this own little secretive bubble, so that you can evaluate what this can become. Okay, what you can create and what this can manifest into, and you're a little bit cautious about sharing the information because you don't want anybody to squash on your little rose right there in your seated idea. Okay, you're in your head, you're putting the work into it in your own mind, in your own way, and you're really cautious about letting anybody else in on this on the situation. So the outcome of it, we've got, let me read this on while I look at this. You guys can continue to peek at that for a moment. Okay. It's a good thing you guys are tough. Yeah. You're going to be, the outcome of the situation is things are going to naturally balance themselves out, okay? The things that are not needed in the situation, the things are going to bring any type of hardship or disappointment. All of those deals are going to, the whole point of the adversity is for them to find their way into a karmic balance. Okay, so sometimes we have to confront the delays or the adversity before we can move forward in the situation. And so what I'm seeing is that this is going to cause you, a little bit of these emotions as you move through these phases in your mission here. And I do see that there is going to be a little bit of, I don't feel so hot about this situation, and that you're going to, while you're in your head about this, it's going to bring a balance. Okay, this emotion is what brings out the balance, and that's really shitty because nobody wants to go through that, but in the end, it's going to bring that balance as you retrospect the situation and why you're feeling this way. What about the situation is making you feel that way? And is this something that you need to release? Is it something you need to address? Is it something that needs to heal? Okay, let it out so that you can bring balance, because right now it's a heavy strain on you. Okay, you're feeling very overwhelmed about it. It's just a huge, heavy burden for you, and you are really wanting just that release in it. You want to know a means to an end on the situation, okay? And I do see that there's going to be movement in the situation, okay? Although, yes, there is definitely some emotion in the situation. I do see it coming out with offers that are going to bring about some new opportunities and an out for this situation, okay? And then the Justice card came out at the end of it, which shows me that this is all about balance. Everything in these cards is showing me that it's about balance. So it makes sense that with everything going on, you're overwhelmed with a bunch of choices, and you have decided to step back in the situation and evaluate your choices. And it's going to be tough as you evaluate them and you reminisce on some of the things that are really, they're making you feel this way, and you are going to have some feelings come out in it that you're going to have to address. And whether you journal that or you seek healing in other ways, okay? I use crystals a lot. I'm more than happy to, if you're interested in what crystal resonates to you right now for your healing, let me know. That's where I go for things like that. If I've got some situations that I know I'm going to feel a little bit outside of my comfort zone, I try to prepare myself the best I can with in the physical way, as well as I meditate, and try to take care of my spiritual side as well. So this shows me that balance is important and that this is a lesson for you to get past so that you can move on to better. That's what I'm seeing here. Interesting. I pulled to see if there's anything else we needed to know about the situation. And interesting cards came out. So, sorry guys. For those of you who are in a soulmate, possibly twin flame relationship, and those of you who are just in a committed relationship, I see where some of this could be about that. Okay, and I see this person coming around to as that loose end, that means to an end, to give you understanding. I also see you coming out of this with a whole new light as far as I'm feeling like I am in a successful position of understanding. Okay, and then the Hierophant card came out, or the Faith card, which also tells me that this is a wise situation. Okay, this is wisdom coming forward to help push this into motion. And with the Ace of Wands, sometime in the beginning of June, I see that there's going to be some movement in the situation. And then those of you where this is job related and you've taken a step back to evaluate where you really want to go in this, I see that there's a manifestation of what you were actually going for is coming forward and going to provide you with a successful opportunity to move forward and to allow you to really take a hold of this goal and give you some contractual opportunities, okay? And I do see this sometime in June-ish that will be coming forward. So, or some type of a commitment in relationship-wise, I do see that happening sometime in June. So this is kind of a transition period. Okay, March, April is going to be a transition period for this healing to happen, so that the next phase of commitment can come forward. Also keep in mind, the other person might just have a lot going on in their world, and it's looking a little off guard for you, but do know that I do see that there's a lot in the works for them and for this relationship, and a lot of times it can be healing on the other person's end that's taking place that's maybe delaying it a bit and putting you in a position of, man, I really want forward motion in this, but it feels stuck. Okay, just know that while everything else pans out, it is moving in a forward direction, and this is the outcome, the continued outcome moving in the near future. Okay. All right. Now, what I'd like to do is pull cards for each week. Move all these over here. All right, so week 1 here. You're going to be busy, okay? You're going to be trying to stay optimistic about better times to come, and you're going to be moving in a forward progression of trying to keep a lot of this in your head is going to be happening, okay? I see that it's going to be less actual busy physically and more busy in your mind, okay? And you are going to be, the name of the game here is be very optimistic and positive, okay? Positive, positive, positive. That is what this is trying to tell you. Remember the better outcomes ahead, and remember to stay focused on what you are trying to bring in. And, you know, yes, you are going to be up in your head, and that's okay, because that's expected, okay? Now, the second week here, I see that because of the way you were thinking the first week and manifesting that and staying strong about better times to come and staying optimistic, you've got the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, which is exactly what you did. So it's the wish card. It's the ability to feel that nurturing coming around. Like you see that there's options. You see that things are starting to kind of, the puzzle pieces are coming together and it's starting to make a little bit more sense. Okay? Yeah, so this transition here at the end of all of this, you know, for the first part of the outcome, I mean, of the issue, that's what's going to, that transition is what brings you this almost an aha moment of, okay, yeah, this is, as long as I stay focused on this, I see that the signs and everything is happening and going in the direction I want. Okay, and then week 3, I see where this starts, this is the hiccup part where you might start feeling a little bit drained, okay? So take care to rest and take care of yourself during this situation, because things are going to start moving very quickly after that, okay? So this tells me that you need a day of rest, all right? Major opportunity and unexpected change is coming. So rest. Stop worrying so much. Doesn't mean stop manifesting and staying positive, but know that a very positive outcome is coming from you just taking a moment to rest and manifest. Rest and daydream, right? And then week 4, I see the 7 of Wands, the Hangman, and the King of Wands. So I see that you are in a position of you are seeing that your goal is in sight, and you are now on a mission of movement and moving forward. Exactly that. You are on a mission to attain this goal. So what this is telling me is that you are going from a defending your position kind of a situation of feel to really understanding a different perspective from what's happened in the course of action here. And it's leaving you in a very in control position. Things are flowing in the direction that you anticipate them at this point, and you are in full control of all of the pieces. All those puzzle pieces have come together. So I see a very positive outcome, and it does fit well with if there are contracts that are coming together, okay, and that additional outcome that came out earlier. That I do see that you're going to start seeing that something might come around. So this might even be at the last end, the last week in March. You might even see that opportunity for a contractual opportunity in that June area we were talking about earlier. That might come to light a little bit more towards the end of March. Whether that's just you see that commitment starting to happen in a relationship, or you see that a contract might be possible in another area. I do see that actually coming into fruition in a couple months here. Okay, guys? Alrighty. So, I'm going to pull a card from the Lightworker Oracle deck. See if anything else wants to come out for you. I love this card, Star Child. Such a pretty card. The light of the stars exists in you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You are asked to understand that you are meant to be here, that you have spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else, to another home in the stars. Instead, let the starlight of your inner being shine here on earth, where it shall make such a positive difference in the world. Fall in love with the earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. Have you been dreaming of other places you prefer to be? Are you wondering if there is more to life on this planet than suffering and struggle? Perhaps you know you have a mission, yet you doubt that you can succeed. Perhaps you love your life here, but yearn to experience the spiritual purity that exists in the higher vibrational fields of the stars. You may feel like a tourist in need of a fix of your home language to endure adapting to a very different world. Grounding yourself here on earth enables you to fulfill your life mission. You cannot accomplish this without feeling that you belong here. Your feet need to be planted on the earth. Relax and trust that you are meant to be here. You have a special light to share and a particular spiritual vibration to live, so that the quotient of embodied spiritual light on earth increases. You are a part of the important team of spiritual beings working to assist humanity to grow spiritually. The challenge for a star-seeded soul is to accept human beings as they are, without despairing over their darker side. The violence may frighten you, but your love will help humanity learn to use that violence to dismantle old structures and create new ways of being. It can be channeled to energize humanity with a can-do attitude towards creating a more loving and functional world. Remember that you came to this planet to learn and to help heal others. You agreed to take this journey because you can assist both the earth and humanity to evolve their frequency. It is possible. You are helping make it so. There are 3 truths that will help you to embrace your journey on this planet. First, you carry the purity of your star ancestry in your heart. You can return through meditation or relaxation at any time. You often return to your star-born home during sleep. The loved ones from that place are very aware of your journey here and are helping every step of the way. They send you frequencies from home, like divine care packages, which fuel you for your earthly task. Secondly, you are so filled with love that you are capable of loving all on this planet. You have compassion even for those who are very wounded and fearful, and at times act out in ways of violence, cruelty, and ignorance. Now the human capacity for courage, compassion, and light is increasing. Your work as part of the team of light-loving beings is already having an effect. Thirdly, as a star-seeded being, you have special resources for your journey here on earth. Your every spiritual request and need will be met by a loving team of helpers. You get to have a lot of fun in your healing mission if you choose so. It doesn't only have to be hard work, though of course sometimes it will be. Just remember that the stars shine with joy in the sky, and you can shine as a star with joy upon the earth. This is your nature. This is how you can best fulfill your life mission. And the invocation is, I call upon the star wisdom of my own spirit and ask that my love, light, power, presence, protection, and assistance shine forth for the highest good. May I shine divine beauty and joy in my life now and always. I feel a deep and true connection to my spirit, to the earth and the universe. May love flow through me according to its own intelligence and healing wisdom to all beings upon the earth. Through divine grace and my own free will, so be it. That's really fitting. So if those of you have had a few things that come up. One, for those of you who are really been focusing on, who you are and where you came from and your star ancestry, and they've been maybe researching or going through the internet a lot on what all this stuff means, the terms, indigo or star seed, things like that. Do what you need with that, and that may, for some of you, I can see where that's just been a really huge transformation on getting that information into your head and understanding. It's almost like of information, of all these realizations and synchronicities, and it all starting to make sense, and that can definitely be tough. And the other part was I could see where some of you are backing up a little bit to take a bigger picture look of what this all means, and that is absolutely okay. So I can see where some of you are just coming into a higher awakening, and that this is letting you know that as much as you are focused on all of that, make sure you're using your powers and who you are for your mission here on Earth. So don't get too caught up in all of that. balance out your research and your healing, okay? There was something else. Oh, and if you are on a twin flame journey, I also see that this is part of the healing. If you're in separation, this is just part of the healing process, okay? But um, I do see for those of you who are in that separation stage, and that this applies to you in a twin flame type of a way, I do see that there is a perspective change happening. The divine feminine came out. So I'm going to say here that with the cards that came out, it can go either way. It could be either healing on the divine feminine side, or it could be the divine masculine side. I want to say that the divine masculine is having a type of a perception change, realization, and it's obviously about you and fulfilling this opportunity with you. And so I see that by the end of March, I do see communication. I do see defending the position here. So, and a perspective, a self-sacrifice, some type of perspective. And as it starts with kind of a stalemate, it does move into a bigger opportunity, and I do see forward movement in progress and in communication, and to see a change in perspective. So this also tells me, if it's a twin flame situation, that the divine union coming together produces healing on earth. So that could also definitely signify that union as well. All right, my lovelies. I hope this resonates with you. If you have any questions about anything, or you want to look further into it, if you haven't already and you want to hit subscribe, I would love to give you a free mini reading to see kind of where things are going. And all that information is down below. All right, guys? So I hope you have a beautiful March, and I will see you for some weekly clarity, and there will be a twin flame video as well for you guys. All right? Have a good one.